Humanitarian authorities unveil National Anticipatory Action Roadmap. Government commissions Bor Urban Supply System to provide clean water to 600,000 residents. And education authorities set to distribute 80 motorbikes donated by partners to enhance mobility. Warm welcome, viewers of SSBC. Thank you so much for joining us from wherever you're tuning in. We are coming to you live from Juba. My name is Gore Anthony with the news in detail. Starting our news bulletin tonight, the Vice President for Gender and Youth Cluster, Rebecca Nyandeng de Mabior, has commended International Committee of the Red Cross for its continuous humanitarian support to the people of South Sudan. Nyandeng made the remarks during a meeting with the outgoing ICRC head of mission, Florence, which highlighted the organization's critical relief support to the people of South Sudan.
There is a long way ahead. After 2.5 years in South Sudan that I just spent, I see that there are many challenges. The ICRC remains committed to accompany the population living in South Sudan, whether South Sudanese or the Sudanese who have sought refuge in South Sudan, to accompany the families of the missing, the people who are displaced, the people whose belongings have been destroyed. And together, with a strong commitment of the government of South Sudan, we hope that prompt solution can be found and that soon people can start to rebuild their lives.
As part of the country's continues to bear the brunt of the flooding, authorities in Unity State report that they have been grappling with the severe impact of the flood that has devastated educational and medical as well as infrastructural, hindering the access to essential services. This follows a meeting between the Senior Presidential Special Envoy for Special Programs, Adut Salva Kiir Mayardit, and the Governor of the State, Justice Riek Bemtap, and before her, the outgoing humanitarian response on measures that are taken in order to reactivate authorities and to ensure the catastrophe is addressed fully. In response, Adut reiterated her commitment to implementing programs aimed at alleviating humanitarian challenges faced by the communities across the state.
Bring to our attention the issues that we are facing in the state. This includes the issue of flooding and other infrastructure challenges. Indeed, Honorable Adut Salva Kiir Mayardit promised that he will find time to come and visit the people of Unity State. And I also brought to our attention the pledges of His Excellency the President during 2010 elections. And among the pledges is the school and hospital in one of the counties in Unity State. He promised a spiritual leader that those infrastructure will.
And exploring South Sudan's humanitarian situations, the relief and disaster authorities have partnered with the development partners and agencies in order to unveil the long-awaited national road for anticipatory action on Friday, underscoring the country's educational as well as strengthening the preparedness and response system through proactive measures that to enhance coordination and data-driven solutions for the long-term resilience. Our reporter, Dutak Pint, attended the meeting and files us this report.
In line with the South Sudan's visions of building a resilient nation capable of withstanding and recovering from crisis, Humanitarian Affairs Ministry and partners have launched the National Roadmap for Anticipatory Action in Juba. The event brought together humanitarian actors to advance anticipatory action through strategic partnership, sustainable financing, and evidence-based approaches for a resilient South Sudan. The roadmap marks a major shift from reactive disaster response to proactive preparedness, focusing on strengthening early warning systems, coordination.
Today marks historical milestone in our national journey toward resilience, self-reliance, and dignity for the people of South Sudan. We gather not merely to launch a document, but to unveil a new way of managing risk.
The UK ambassador to South Sudan, David Ashil, reaffirmed the United Kingdom's commitment to supporting the roadmap through capacity building and financial assistance.
The UK warmly welcomes this event and the National Anticipatory Action Roadmap. And we know that anticipatory action saves lives, saves costs, saves livelihoods, as the Director General very eloquently explained earlier.
The heads of IGAD mission in South Sudan, Dr. Victoria Anip Majur, pledged IGAD's continuous partnership with South Sudan in advancing peace, development, and climate resilience.
For many years, South Sudan has faced multiple shocks, including floods, food insecurity, conflicts, epidemics, and other emergencies that have overstretched both the government and humanitarian response. IGAD mandate is to support member states through capacity development, resource mobilization, conflict resolution.
The chair of the National Technical Group on the Roadmap for Anticipatory Action, Dr. Banek Joshua, stresses the importance of anticipatory action in protecting vulnerable communities.
Our goal is to shift from responding to what? To be proactive. To shift from responding to proactive means pre-finance, predefined action, credible early warning. Without this, there's no NA. For us to have NA in the system, it must be legalized.
As the country continues to grapple with unprecedented climate shock, it's marked a crucial step towards diversifying its global humanitarian partnerships to elevate vulnerable communities nationwide. Dutta Kwinjok, SSBC News.
The Minister of Cabinet Affairs, Dr. Martin Elia Lomuro, says the government remains supportive of South Sudan's doctors' union in a bid to reinstate the oath-taking of doctors before they begin their medical practice. Dr. Martin Elia made the remarks while meeting the representative of doctors' union on discussing challenges facing doctors in the course of their national duties. Speaking after the meeting, the union's chairperson, Zakaria Peter Ajak, said some doctors are obtaining license without undergoing proper examinations, appealing to the minister to help tackling challenges facing the medical professionals in the country.
We discussed with the Honorable Minister, and Honorable Minister agree to reinstate the oath taking of young doctors who are graduating before they go into practice. We have also discussed with the Honorable Minister about the problems surrounding the practice in South Sudan and its regulation, particularly about the emerging practice of issuing licenses to doctors without the due process of examination for permanent registration. So far, the General Medical Council has conducted about 9 examinations.
And moving on, the annual Scientific Sergeant Conference commences in Juba on Friday. Speaking at the opening ceremony, the National Minister of Health, Sarah Clitoriel, underscores the ministry's effort in renovating and expanding major hospitals in the country, including Juba Teaching Hospital, Malakal and Mayardit Women Hospitals in Rumbek, respectively. The chairperson of Parliamentary Committee on Health, Population, Dr. Benjamin Malek, emphasized the importance of improving well-being of the health workers in the country. The representative of International Committee of Red Cross, Rose Caroline, reaffirmed committees to collaborate with the ministry to improve the country's health sector.
We are committed to improving healthcare infrastructure across the country. At Juba Teaching Hospital, we are already undertaking the renovation and expanding specialized units and wards. Our plan is not limited to Juba. We have identified Malakal Teaching Hospital, Wow Teaching Hospital, and Kir Mayardit Hospital as additional priority sites for innovation, expansion, and modernization.
Honorable Minister, you have seen these doctors. They are working with their own hands, and they need to be helped so that they take the serious surgical instrument in their hands, and this will need the power, it will need resources, it will need encouragement from the Minister of Health, and these things, you know, they are working all these years without salaries.
Our partnership with the Ministry of Health, especially in Akobo Hospital, and the Ministry of Defense at the military hospital, has shown that what is possible when humanitarian and national health actors work together. We have strengthened the emergency surgical capacity, improved referral pathways, and ensured continuity of care from the field to the operating theaters. This year alone, we witnessed remarkable achievements. A mobile surgical team was successfully deployed to Akobo, responding swiftly to surgical needs and ensuring quality of care with an effective and timely exit strategy.
And crossing over to Bor, the capital of Jonglei State, where more than 96,000 residents are now set to gain access to clean drinking water following the commissioning of Bor Urban Water Supply System and Water Treatment Plant completed after 5 years of constructions. Speaking during the inauguration ceremony, the National Minister of Water Resources and Irrigation, James Mawich, reaffirmed government's commitment to ensuring access to clean and safe drinking water for all citizens across the urban and rural areas. Governor of Jonglei State, Dr. Yagai Kok, commended the project, describing it as a major achievement for Jonglei State and a symbol of dignity for the people.
The government is committed to connect all urban cities, rural areas with safe, clean drinking water across our nation. This is not just an infrastructure project. It is a promise of dignity, health, and prosperity for our people. I also extend heartfelt appreciation to our national, international development partners for their solidarity and trust in South Sudanese leadership. It is a result of a strategic collaboration between the ministry.
We have the best station right now in the whole country, here in Bor. So Your Excellency, the Ambassador, will restore the dignity of our people. Because you have seen when we were touring the plant, how dirty it is, the water, the raw water from the river. But today, you have given us a clean drinking water with all impurities, with all microbes have been eliminated.
Today, as we inaugurate the water treatment plants, we are not just celebrating a piece of infrastructure. We are opening a symbolic tap to the future, a beacon of hope that reminds us of the strength that comes from working together. May this plant here in Bor stand as a symbol of what's possible. When we focus on the future, we can build together. A future where every person in South Sudan has access to clean water, a brighter tomorrow, and a place at the table of peace and prosperity.
And to the people of Bor, this system belongs to you. You're not only the users, you are the stewards of this system and its effectiveness. I have had the privilege to visit several households on my visits to Bor in these past months that have benefited directly from this system. And I've seen home kitchen gardens thriving. I've seen happier and healthier children, and men and women whose lives have changed thanks to a tap and clean.
General education authorities are set to preparing distribution of 80 motorbikes donated by the Global Partnership for Education to the states and 3 administrative areas to enhance educational activities being hindered by the lack of mobility. The donation, which include computers, tablets, and vehicles, was delivered through UNICEF office in Juba. The Minister of General Education and Instruction, Dr. Kuyok Abol Kuyok, commended the Global Partnership for Education for its continued support to South Sudan's education sector.
Gadgets, computers for every county, yes, in the country. So we have got about 83 computers. And of course the vehicle. School inspection is the newest directorate within the ministry. It was not there. So we are trying to establish it. We have developed the tools for the school inspection. As you heard from the Deputy Minister, you cannot talk of quality education without a school inspection. There must be quality, there must be a school inspection for you to be able to ensure that there is learning and teaching going on in the schools.
As you noted, it's as few things as important as actually being able to visit schools and support the teachers, support the school management, and it goes both ways. I think the inspectors get to see the situation in the school, they get to support the staff, but they also get to learn about the situation out in the schools.
Some very special documents and some very special keys. These are the keys to a vehicle that we will be handing over, that is also followed by 33 motorbikes which are here in Juba, and some laptops and tablets.
In a significant diplomatic drive, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Monday Simaya Kumba, held a series of meetings with the Qatari officials on the sideline of the Second World Summit on Social Development, signaling a concerted effort to strengthen bilateral relations and economic cooperation between Juba and Doha. The meeting also spanned diplomatic, financial, and commercial sectors, began with Miriam bin Ali bin Nasri, the Qatari Minister of State and International Cooperation. Additionally, Kumba also met with Abdallah Mubarak, Al Khalifa, Chief Executive Officer of Qatari National Bank, over investment opportunities, before meeting bin Ahmed bin Tawir, the first chairman, and enhancing trade relations between the two countries. And moving on out of Juba to Abu Dhabi, capital of United Arab Emirates, where international investors at the Abu Dhabi Petroleum Exhibition expresses interest in South Sudan's oil sector. At the closing of the conference, the South Sudan's delegation reaffirmed the government's commitment and partnership to enhancing capacity building and use of the artificial as well as artificial intelligence in transforming the energy sector. Our reporter, Akuch Maker, is in Abu Dhabi and files us this report.
The Abu Dhabi International Petroleum Exhibition and Conference concluded with calls for global cooperation and innovation in the oil industry. Experts and companies shared ideas and strategies for building a sustainable and digital energy future. The technical advisor in the Ministry of Petroleum, Mohamed Lino, said South Sudan is attracting new investors through networking and is training human resources to apply artificial intelligence in the oil sector.
For the last 4 days, we have been receiving a lot of visitors who have always been asking about how to enter South Sudan or how to make business in South Sudan or what are the opportunities that are available. And this interaction has created a lot of networking, and we believe that the next few days or months will witness a lot of people coming into South Sudan with the interest of making business in various areas. I think this also would be one of the best chances for South Sudan to grab all these new emerging technologies to benefit from it, to boost our development.
The NILPED Director General for Exploration noted that the event has positioned South Sudan on the global petroleum map, with many investors showing interest in the country's oil prospects.
We have had a lot of interactions with the potential investors and companies that are interested in what South Sudan is doing and that are interested to come and participate in the development of our country through the investments. So the interaction was very fruitful. We have exchanged contacts and we'll follow up with them so that any potential company that is willing to come down to Juba and meet us is most welcome.
The 2025 ADIPEX provided opportunities for generating business leads, strengthening partnerships, and promoting new technologies. For South Sudan, it marks another step towards diversifying and expanding its oil industry through international collaboration. Kuch Maker, SSBC, Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates.
Moving on, the Ministry of Trade and Industry embraces digital future. With Crawford Capital Partnership, the ministry's Under Secretary Yel Lolkur and the Crawford Capital Chief Operating Officer Arech Wall Mayer also signed on behalf of the document on Friday on behalf of the company, underscoring its importance in the triggering the digital transformation in the country. Both the Under Secretary Kur and Crawford Chief Operating Officer Mayer expresses commitment of their respective institutions to promoting e-government and payment strategy.
We are all aware that the government of South Sudan is moving from manual collection of revenues to digitalization. Today, we have signed with CCL company the deal of collection through the digitalization. So we are now have joined those who are on the line, and we are happy that we have done it today. Since we have planned this for a long time back, we finalize it today, and it is now on. As from today, we are online. Thank you.
So today we've just signed a contract to digitize the Ministry of Trade and Industry Services. This is in line with the e-government cabinet resolution of 2012, whereby the government of South Sudan has decided to digitize all government services. So in an effort in line with this resolution, the Ministry of Trade have today embraced this digitization effort as a pillar to the economy of South Sudan. And as a regulator of all economic activity in the Republic of South Sudan, the Ministry of Trade has now embarked on a journey to digitize its services in order to create more efficiency for citizens and traders in the country, and also to use it as a tool to be able to carry the mandate of regulating economic activity within the country of South Sudan. So today marks the day where we've signed, and pretty much moving forward, we're going to embark on this journey and get these services online. So this is the basis of today.
Authorities in the Ministry of Mining are setting up stiff measures to ban illegal selling of gold in the country. This and more after the break. And moving on, the National Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Hussein Abdul Baghi Akol, a representative of the United Nations Entity for Gender Equality and UN Women, Delphine, also discussed collaboration to advancing women's economic empowerment through agriculture. Speaking following the meeting in Juba on Friday, the Deputy Minister Lily Albino Akol highlighted demographic and agricultural realities in shaping women's role in agriculture.
Exciting conversation about how we can promote women in the agricultural industry, in various agricultural industries, and it was really a pleasure to learn more about what the ministry is doing around women, how they promote women, and there's an excitement around us working with the Ministry of Agriculture and supporting women of South Sudan. We really look forward to that opportunity.
Pleased by this visit, receiving UN Women. And UN Women has been our partner for a long time in supporting women and identifying women activities, especially in the area of agriculture. And we had a very good meeting and very good discussion, and we are pleased with the outcome of our meeting today, and hopefully we will take it from here. Many brilliant ideas, and I'm sure women, they are a power to reckon with. And in our context, many of our women are in the rural areas, where most of the agricultural activities take place. So empowering women means improving livelihoods, not only in the rural areas, but communities as a whole, and having a better country. Because when women are...
And moving on, mining authorities have taken a proactive step to ban gold trading without license across the country. An official communique read by the Director General for Marketing and Public Relations in the Ministry of Mining, Jackson Peter, addressed issues related to buying and selling as well as exporting gold with principles of responsibility, mining and sustainable development under the country's law. This order also aimed at ensuring digital transparency and legal compliant practices are met across the country.
The order mandates that only entities holding valid mineral trading licenses obtained in accordance with the established regulatory framework are authorized to engage in the trading and export of gold in the country. It also underscores the importance of ending illegal gold trading activities, ensure accountability, stewardship, social responsibility, and adhering to international best practices in mineral management. Small-scale miners and artisanal miners are permitted to sell their gold locally to licensed mineral trading companies, provided they adhere to responsible mining standards, including ensuring safety and fair labor practices. The order also establishes a minimum export quantity of 1,000 grams, 1 kilogram of gold, encouraging value addition and market stability at home. This measure aligns with the government's commitment to promote a structured, transparent, and sustainable mining industry in South Sudan, fostering economic growth while minimizing negative social and economic impacts. Stakeholders are urged to comply fully with licensing procedures and responsible mining principles, which serves to uphold the integrity in the mining sector.
And moving on, in solidarity and in support to Christians' faith in the country, His Eminence Cardinal Dr. Stephen Ameo Martin is in Malakal, Upper Nile State, for the Catholic Bishop Conference. Upon receiving the church delegation, Deputy Governor Deng Jo Angok reaffirmed security stability across the state.
سعيدين إنه يكون في مؤتمر وحدث المهم تقام في مدينة ملكان كمؤتمر بتاعت كنيسة كاثوليك المعتادة له تقام سنوية في كل من ولايات جنوب السودان أو السودان. نحن بنكون سعداء الليلة كمدينة ملكان أو كولاية على النيل لأنه استقبلنا حدث المهم على الوجود معنا الليلة، ونحن بنعتبر وجوده معنا بيسجل لنا كحكم ولاية إنه ولاية آمنة ومستقر.
This visit come not only as a visit but as a time for us to spend here in Malakal with, as a plenary meeting of the bishop. Yearly we meet as bishops from both Sudan and South Sudan. We have a conference named South Sudan and South Sudan Catholic Bishop Conference. So it is the one this year meeting here in Malakal, and this conference will come with many things. We will discuss many things, but above all, we have come to have a solidarity visit with you, the people of Malakal, you, the government, and you, the church, in the leadership of Bishop Stephen.
As we are going to start our plenary assembly within these 2 days, and we appreciate the government of Upper Nile also for this warm reception, and we are happy, and we hope everything will go happy.
The National Constitutional Review Commission team is in northern Bahr el Ghazal State, briefing Governor Simon Ober Mahmoud on the progress and civic education, as well as public consultations on the constitutional making process. Governor also appreciated the team's effort to educate citizens and gather their views. The NCRC team leader, Simon Galwak, also described the people of Northern Bahr el Ghazal State as peace-loving and commended their active participations in the consultation process.
Delegation from Juba. They went up to 5 counties, taking questionnaire there and, about the country.
And a crucial road in Lakes State has been reduced to a swamp, bringing essential traffic to a standstill. The route, that is Rumbek North, has become nearly impassable in the living communities from their accessing traffic. This and more after our reporter Stuart Abugo visited the area and files us this report.
This is the main supply road to Rumbek North. The heavy seasonal rains have transformed this essential artery into a disaster zone of deep mud and water. For traders and commuters, this obstacle causes means days of delays and heavy financial loss. The delays are so severe that this area has become a temporary camp. Drivers and passengers are often forced to sleep and cook right here on the roadside while waiting for help or for the water to recede, turning a short trip into a multi-day ordeal. However, the situation delivered an immediate practical lesson. The National Constitutional Review Commission team and local Rumbek authorities were attempting to use this road for civic education when their convoy became completely trapped.
Nó cho nhận điện mà chút, bác gia đình chứ mới chưa phiêu gia đình là gút cái bài kìa, cho bà lao tiếng rót, ở trên thì bé để giáp vào nakin, bạn chứ mà la ta để trên thì bé ôm mắt rồi hiểu là vào nakin.
The officials were forced to step out and personally confront the exact infrastructure challenges that restrict the movement of goods and people. For the road users, this moment underscored their long-standing complaint that this necessary road lacks the proper drainage and maintenance required to withstand the seasonal rains.
Anh chala luan, why chal makar? The good man, I take a damn kayari repeal you di. Well, Kuma, Anankaka coin the bagya coin canoe. And more and more man who can me them a lot of jadam. Okay, ana
chal mabanya malek. Ana wana rare bude raida. Kwa ngubili di agora yuar kwer. Kuna je ga yuar ka chindini yale bi kwer bena piaten. Ata banin sogina rabat sogin motor chin solution.
The incident served as a powerful reminder of the infrastructure gap facing these citizens. This road is a cut-off lifeline until urgent permanent repairs are made. The people of Rumbek North remain trapped by the mud. For SSBC News, Stuart Abugola Suba reporting.
And moving on, Mission 21 South Sudan and Presbyterian Relief and Development Agencies launched a bustling study on breast and cervical cancer assessment in Juba. Emmanuel Duko has more in the following story.
The breast and cervical cancer assessment is targeting women at the age of 18 to 70 years. During the launching, Dr. Justin Bruno Tangon, the director of Al-Sabah Hospital for Children representing the State Ministry of Health, said the assessment is important for the country's planning to easy treatment intervention. Tangon also appealed to enumerators to have an actual data during their assessment in the field.
So please, when you do an important exercise, do it honestly. Don't forge the information. Don't doctor the information. Don't go and sit under a tree and you begin filling your tablets. No. We need a correct answer. Yes, we are studying in Juba County. We want to know how big is the problem here. Then after that, we can go outside. And then slowly by slowly, you will go to all the counties and the state of this country, and you will give us the status of how big the problem is. Because once you know how big the problem is, you will know how to solve it.
Gulliver Florence Hakim, the country representative of Mission 21 in South Sudan, said the assessment aims at identifying socio-economic, cultural, and educational barriers towards cancer disease prevention in the community.
This assessment will focus on awareness and incidences of breast and cervical cancer among women from the age of 18 to 70 in Juba. Specifically, we aim to understand knowledge, attitudes, the practice related to cancer prevention. The second is we want to evaluate access to screening services.
The Executive Director of Presbyterian Relief and Development Agency, Reverend Tut Mai, encouraged partners to join hands in fighting cancer disease in the country.
Our hospitals are not equipped enough to deal with many cases. Number three, we also don't have enough skill for people who can deal with these cases. And what we are doing today, we are giving a message, we are sending a message that we can multiply ourselves. There are a lot of stigma among us. The few that will show up, sometimes they are silent because people are talking in their back.
Cancer disease in South Sudan poses serious health challenge due to low awareness, limited screening and treatment services. Emmanuel Duku, SSBC, Juba.
And with that, viewers, we have come to the end of our news bulletin. Thank you so much for joining us. On behalf of the entire working crew in the studio, I am Gore Anthony saying bye-bye. Keep tuned to SSBC for the rest of our programs.